battle for bragging rights continues here at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum for the 2022 Shakeys Super League Collegiate Preseason Tournament. Of course, it's Kat Santos of San Sebastian Lady Stags and Nicole Ong of Mapua Lady Cardinals ang magtatapat for our second game of the day. Sheila Salaysay again with Kayla Reyes covering you the second match for today together with Daphne Cristobal at the sidelines. Kayla, these two teams ranked 4th in their pool A and B.
Yes, another action-packed filled Sunday we have today with both teams trying to get their second win of the Shaky Super League.
That's right. You've already mentioned our game story dahil nga tig-isa lang ang panalo nitong ating teams. They are hoping to get another win as we look at our team standings for Pool A. Right, Mapua with having a win and 3 losses.
As we can see for Pool A, Mapua at 4th place, but UP and Perpetual will be advancing to our next round. And for Pool B, we have San Sebastian at 4th place as well with 1 win. Going to that next round as well.
Yes, and new naman at Ateneo ang magiging top 1 and 2 for Pool C, habang De La Salle University and FEU naman ang tops 1 and 2 for Pool B. Now, let's look at the final, of course, team standings of our qualification matches for today. For the 9th and 10th place, of course, LPU and the winner of the games between CSB and Arellano University. 11 and 12, losers of CSB versus Arellano and UE.
For our 13th place, it will be the winners of this match, San Sebastian versus Mapua. And for the 14th place, it will be Letran versus JRU. For 15th place, it will be losers of this match. And 16th place will be the loser of the match of JRU and Letran.
That's correct.
For 17th place, we have San Beda, who just won their first game of the season at the game before this. And for our 18th place, we have EAC.
That's right, and the exciting games pa rin yan as we take a look at the previous matches of course, San Sebastian. And yung mga laro nga nila, again, it actually has finished with a 1-3 records, of course, and most 3-setter and 4-setter matches.
Yes, we see San Sebastian losing to UST in straight sets. They also lost to Adamson last October 2 in straight sets. They lost to LPU in 4 sets, putting up a good fight on last October 9. And of course, they got their first win over EAC in straight sets last October 15 with a very dominating win.
That's correct. Although, you know, they won that game, their last game, but they failed to qualify for their next round before they're winning their last match. Ngayon naman, pag-usapan natin ang previous games ng Mapua Lady Cardinals. Of course, they lost to UE in 5 sets. Umabot pa nga yan. Ito yung 33-31. And habang yung second match naman nila winning over San Beda in 5 sets as well.
Yes, they also lost to Perpetual in straight sets last October 15. And they also lost to UP in straight sets, with UP having that more dominating win last October 22.
Ang mga habang mga laro nga, ito nga pinakita ng Mapua Lady Cardinals, extending even the 5 sets to 16-14. So this game, it's going to be another long haul for the both of us, Kayla. So what can we expect from these two teams?
I'm sure we'll expect quality volleyball coming from both squads, as of course they want to end the Shaky Super League on a high note and of course get that second win as well.
That's correct. For the San Sebastian Lady Stags, you have the best opposite spiker from NCAA, Rayan Cañete, the duo of Catherine Santos as well. Para naman dito sa Lady Cardinals, makikita din natin itong si Nicole Ong, of course, will definitely deliver for Coach Aying Esteban. Yan na, makikita natin in just a moment if which team will get the win and finish with a higher ranking. Magsisimula po tayo sa pagbabalik ng Shaky Super League.
Good afternoon, volleyball fans. Once again, welcome to the Rizal Memorial Coliseum here in the city of Manila. This is the Shakeys Super League 2022 Preseason Championship. Let us now meet our protagonists for the second game. Ladies and gentlemen, Mapua University Lady Cardinals. Led by their game captain, number 10, Gwen Espiritu. First libero, number 20, Vanessa Basbas. Make way for their teammates, number 1, Greg Cabadin. Number 3, Tere Manalo. Number 7, Babs Babiera. Number 9, Roxy De La Cruz. Number 11, Nicole Ong. Number 13, Raina Verhino. Number 14, Cheska Esteban. Number 15, Sweet Makatangay. Number 16, Nads Perses. Number 17, Tet Manarang. Number 19, Sunshine Dalida. And their second libero is number 4, Chini Bata. Now let's welcome San Sebastian College Recoletos Lady Stags. Led by their team captain and first libero, number 3, Maymay Bermilio. Make way for their teammates, number 1, Kat Santos. Number 4, Tina Marasigan. Number 5, Mela Ramos. Number 8, KJ Junicio. Number 9, Vea Sison. Number 10, Amaka Tan. Number 11, Nene Santa Maria. Number 12, Jassy Lumibao. Number 16, Eliza San Juan. And their second libero is number 15, Clarence Porja. Let us now meet our officials for match number 34. First referee, Eli De Jesus, national referee. Second referee, Kim Yadaw, national referee. Let us now meet the starting 6 for both teams. First, for San Sebastian College Recoletos Lady Stags. Outside header number 1, Kat Santos. Opposite header number 4, Tina Marasigan. Middle blocker number 8, KJ Junicio. Setter number 9, Vea Sison. Middle blocker number 10, Amaka Tan. Another middle blocker is number 12, Jassy Lumibao. And their starting libero is number 3, team captain, Maymay Bermilio. Coaching the Lady Stags is Clint Malazo. And now the starters for Mapua University Lady Cardinals. Opposite header number 1, Greg Cabadin. Middle blocker number 7, Babs Babiera. Setter, game captain number 10, Gwen Espiritu. Middle blocker number 11, Nicole Ong. Outside hitter number 15, Sweet Makatangay. Outside hitter number 16, Nads Perses. And their starting libero is number 20, Vanessa Basbas. Head coach of the Lady Cardinals is Clarence Esteban. San Sebastian College Recoletos versus Mapua University.
usual
This is the
starters. We have
Shaky
Kat
Super
Santos, Cristina Marasigan, Christine Dionisio, Alexa, Season Camiltan, Jesselay Lumibao, Jewel Bernilio completing the girls for the Lady Stags. And on the other side of the court, of course, we have Gretchel Cabadin, Princess Babiera, Alina Espirito, Nicole Ong, Frances Makatangay, Nadine Verses, and Vanessa Basbas. Ang kukumpleto naman para dito sa first 7 sa lineup ni Coach Aying Esteban. This is actually the second time that these two teams magtatapat after their first encounter during the NCAA last June 15. Pag-uusapan natin yan as we go along this game as we begin our first set. And this set is brought to you by Shakeys Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Good, the first point right there, aggressive sa simula. Etong San Sebastian.
Immediate impact coming from Dionisio, heating up early in the first set.
Misreception pero naitawid yan ni Nicole Ong. Season to Kat Santos with a drop. Down the line attack, and that is Makatangay.
Great look coming from Makatangay, targeting the zone 1 corner of San Sebastian, seeing that there was nobody in the defense there.
I really like the attitude na pinapakita nitong ating dalawang kupulan sa umpisa pa lang. They are happy and really enjoying every point just like that as another service ace was earned by Makatangay. That is 2 points agad para sa kanya.
Yes, and you can really feel their energy, how loud they are in the court, hoping to get their second win in the Shaky Super League.
That's correct. This time, good reception. At papalo yan na si Marasigan from the opposite. Marasigan also, every time the ball will be set up to her, she will make sure to earn a point. At hindi nga nabibigo ang setter nila dito. But that one,
that serve was just too long for Lumibao on that last play.
Unang error at the service area. This is Nicole Ong. She has been really steady when it comes to pitching in points for Mapua.
Yes, and Nicole Ong was the NCAA Season 97's second best middle blocker, and she's only 19 years old, very young and very reliable already for her squad.
That's correct, but in that last sequence, Cabadin had a tough time, putting that ball over the net. Service is courtesy of Tina Marasigan.
Meanwhile, we see an ace coming from Tina Marasigan. Early on in the game, she is their team's third leading scorer and only 19 years old, a sophomore coming from Batangas.
That's right. Second time, this serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Back-to-back points from Cristina Marasigan. And that's the second time Vanessa Basbas still was not able to make an adjustment over reception this time. Bibigay kay Kat Santos, failing to get the point.
Good intention though coming from Kat Santos, trying to target zone 1 of Mapua's side, but just overcooking that hit a little bit.
This is Mapua only down by a point for serving 5. Good floater. Kat Santos again, off speed, pero nakita ni Verses. Quick attack, and Babiera will get her first point.
Babs Babiera is really also one of their veterans and someone that they go to a lot, and they'll be needing more of her services in this match between San Sebastian and Mapua.
That's right, and this cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. We are already tied 5 apiece. Cristina Marasigan over reception again. Kat Santos, chance. And Babiera, successful from that slide. That's her second point. First set. Hindi naman, she actually able to make a good adjustment with that. Medyo malayo na nga yung set sa net. Mapua already up here by 5 pero nabawi agad yon with a service error.
Actually, we're seeing the usual lineup of San Sebastian in this first set, but we see that Nads Berses is now a libero for Mapua in this match.
Off the block, but that's a point. That's a point for Mapua. Versus,
I'm sorry.
yes, using the blockers to get the point. At saka magsuserve pero napalakas siya. This time, again, we are on a deadlock. Miss Amakatan.
That was just too long for Amakatan.
Yes, back and forth we go on those errors as we head on to our first technical timeout. It's Mapua on 1 point advantage.
San Sebastian Lady Stags will be challenged in defeating the Mapua Lady Cardinals after the absence of their head coach, Coach Roger Garayev. Unfortunately, Coach Roger feels under the weather kaya he is currently resting and recovering. Along with this is their lack of players since only 10 will be playing due to personal reasons. Despite this, assistant coach Clint Malazzo is certain that the girls will play well, setting aside what's missing and focusing on what is present. Now let us see if this will make or break the Lady Stags. Sheila and Kayla.
Thank you for that update, Daphne Cristobal. At yun ang wala sa team ng San Sebastian today, the absence of Coach Roger Gurayev. But still, so far, the girls are performing excellent dahil we are now again at deadlock at 8.
Yes, and I'd like to clarify my point earlier. What I meant to say was we see Chini Batak as libero for Mapua instead of her being an open spiker.
That's correct, and that time, it's Mapua getting a point from that dump. And another thing that most coaches of this league does dito sa kanilang game is that they try to mix and match, and they look at which position will be more effective for their players dahil most of them are rookies nga. The team composes of rookies, but that doesn't look like one. Denied at the net.
That was a great block coming from San Sebastian. Perfectly timed. And you can see how they really read the hands of the blockers so well.
That's correct. And this block off the set is brought to you by Perry Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Good first ball by Berses. On with the drop, didn't work. Kat Santos naman ang papalo. That failed in that last attempt.
Kat Santos is actually the reigning NCAA Season 97 Rookie of the Year and their team's top scorer. So we will be needing more contribution coming from her in order to get this match.
Oh, she has been consistent as well and steady nga lalo na itong sa kanilang mga naging previous matches. But another steady scorer is Berses, seeing that hole in the middle.
That was a smart hit coming from Berses, seeing that there was no one to defend that donut hole for San Sebastian.
And second ball, Season was not able to put that up. Service is, it's Makatangay once again. 3 points for Makatangay for this first set. 12 serving 9, lamang ang Mapua. And that is the third service error as well
And
for the
again,
Lady Cardinals.
we're seeing both teams starting this match actually with strong and aggressive serving. We saw Tina Marasigan having consecutive aces. We see, and Mapua as well, aggressively serving.
For Makatangay, good defense at the net by Nicole Ong and Amakatan. Chance ball ulit for San Sebastian. Combination play this time. Drop and almost saved right there. Good effort on the side of Mapua. But it's Nicole Ong again. Successful in that drop.
That was a great attack coming from Kat Santos. Seeing that the defense was ready for a power hit, but she decided to drop that instead.
This time it's Nicole Ong naman ang papalo from that back quick attack. Nicole Ong, she has been delivering the goods for Coach Aying Esteban for the past few matches that they've had.
Yes, and I think what's special about her is, aside from her superb blocking, is she is able to adjust to many of the sets, and that's rare to see in a middle blocker.
Floor defense scrambles on both ends. But it's Versus really finishing off that rally.
Versus has been another of Mapua's go-to players and being consistent all throughout the Shakeys Super League.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Services courtesy of Nicole Ong. That's their third.
And as we can see, Nicole Ong also doing damage on that service line. Not only just a threat in front of the net, but even if she's in the back line as well, she's still unstoppable.
That's correct, as Marasigan gives off a cross-court attack. Barbiera putting this one up. Versus losing that joust, and that point will be awarded to the Lady Stags. Christina Marasigan already has 3 points this part of the match. 2 service aces under her name. That is a violation against San Sebastian. Punta tayo sa ating first technical timeout.
Show. My name is Tiffany Fran, and with me here today
is Kristen Chua. What's up, you guys?
All right, so we're so glad to have you guys. So again, our score right now is 12-16 with Mapua in the lead. So guys, if you want to stream the game here with us, make sure to download the Up Live app right now. The QR code is on the screen, and of course, why don't you tell them where else we can watch the game?
Guys, you can also watch us on different streaming platforms like Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Now back to the panel, you guys.
Thank you. Of course, that's Kristen and Tiffany. And to download Up Live, type on your browser tinyurl.com/UpLiveSSL, one word, small letters, and it'll automatically bring you to Google Play or the App Store. You can also scan the QR code using your smartphones at nakikita nyo nga yan on your screens. This is another way for you guys to catch the exciting games up ahead dito sa ating liga. But for today, it's classification matches, and you can also view the games at Facebook and YouTube of My Plus Network, Facebook and TikTok of Shakeys Super League. Next day broadcast also is available on IBC 13 on Free TV and Solar Sports on cable as Kat Santos puts it away, adding a point for her squad.
That's just classic rookie MVP Kat Santos we're seeing. Very consistent in the attacking department. and service department as well for her team.
Regalo, Amakatan, not being able to finish that off, pero babawi siya agad dito sa block.
That was a great... Did you see how she was able to reach for that ball, that hang time? She just perfectly timed that and was able to put it away for San Sebastian.
But sinabi niya, kanina siguro sinabi niya, hindi ko na timingan ng maayos ng regalo, babawi ako sa depensa. Cross-court hit did not work for San Sebastian. This is Berses. Well, too much power on that. And Janicho cannot contain yung atake ni Berses. This is Mapua having a 3-point advantage. 17 serving 4. Kat Santos with a good first ball. Down the line. Powerful tip did not work. Another one.
Another attack error for San Sebastian. Overcooking that attack just...
That's correct. Timeout called right here by the Lady Stags, 14-18.
Pinipilit mo yung cross-court. Nandun yung pinakamaliit na blocker sa straight ball eh. Una natin pahirapan yung sarili natin. Ay, pasukan mo maigi, makuha mo yung gitna. Single block na, maliit pa yung blocker niya doon. Pero pag maganda, ibigay mo. Ayan. Puro error lang yung lamang nila. Puro ace. Tayo magbibigay ng puntos. Paano tayo mananalo kung puro error tayo?
For earlier, it's just a seesaw and exchanges of points ang nakita natin. But when did or how did Mapua able to step on the gas?
I think Mapua was able to pull away more in this first set because of their consistency. Of course, San Sebastian with a bit of trouble when it comes to their unforced errors. And Mapua just capitalizing on that with their consistent attacks.
That's correct. Amakatan rejected the first time, but the second getting a point from that attack in the middle. The backcourt of Mapua was left wide open. Good first ball. Setting this one up to Makatangay. She was blocked. No coverage for Mapua. Back-to-back points here gained by the Lady Stags.
That was a great block coming from Lomibao. Perfectly timed.
And
even if that spike wasn't the strongest.
Right, this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. Makatangay will try again, and yes, she scores.
Another powerful hit coming from Makatangay. Early power we're seeing from the Mapua Lady Cardinals.
Of course, kailangan nilang again makabawi and to pull away. Good defense at the net. Off speed, kinuha ni Versus Espiritu, setting this one to Ong. Attack error.
Ong tried to adjust. Pinilit niyang paluin pa yung set na yon, but that was just too short for her.
Yung mga ganong klaseng atake, yung coaches natin dati magagalit na agad,
Yes.
no? You have to be certain with all of your actions, especially pag nag-aalangan ka na pagdating sa third ball. Good attempt. Right there by Espiritu, pero nabantayan yan dito ng Lady Stags.
And great anticipation coming from Jonicio, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct, and you can see the reaction of Jonicio, actually Espiritu, the center of Mapua in that last frame. Babawi sila dito. Line was not clear between Espiritu and Ong. Back-to-back errors committed by the Lady Cardinals, and this is Coach Aying calling for timeout.
Hindi na wala na silang ginagawa. Taga-serve lang tayo ng taga-bigay ng puntos. Hindi mo pwedeng i-list naman natin yung mali natin. Nakakainis eh. Nakakainis. Diba kasi matutuwa niya sa ginagawa niya na yan. Simple naman ang gagawin. Napakadali na service. Kukunin lang. Mag-error tayo sa paluan.
After the timeout called earlier by the Lady Stags, 14 ang score nila. And after that, they did a mini run tying this game.
Yes, we can see that both teams really just have to maintain their consistency since dikitan nga ang ating laban. Minimizing their errors will be very beneficial to whoever team can do that first.
That's right. At yun nga ang pinakita nila this part of the set. Down the line attack. And that is Kristen Joy Jonicio ang babawi this time.
Take a look at that replay. Jonicio just knowing where to place that ball, using the hands of the blocker and targeting zone 1.
Mas mahirap para sa mga spikers natin yung zone 1. Pero we are seeing a lot of this as the Lady Stags again gaining a point from the block. Nabasa nila na off-speed ang ibibigay nito ni Makatangay. Good read right there by the blockers of Coach Clint Malaso. First ball. Makatangay, and yes! She hits it with a bang.
An emphatic kill coming from Makatangay, and we've been seeing this since the beginning of the set. She's just so powerful, and she's not even a tall spiker, but she can really get up there.
You know what I like about these players? If they commit an error the first time, yung second attempt nila, with conviction talaga yung mga atake.
And props to their setters as well for trusting in their spikers and still giving the ball to them right after they make an error para makabawi din sila and to gain back their confidence.
That's correct. And that was Jonicio swinging right down between the blockers of Mapua.
Good serve.
Yes, over reception for Mapua. A little disorganized when it comes to their floor defense at maganda nga itong pinapakita ng kanilang depensa San Sebastian and Mapua. This is Bermilio setting this one to Kat Santos. Long rally. Rejected at the net. Good coverage by the Lady Stags. Basbas was there. Setting this one to Makatangay. May kasamang gigil just hitting that through the net.
We're seeing quality action, just what like I mentioned earlier, really long rallies as well. And of course, ending that rally with an error, I think may kasama na ring fatigue because of how long that rally was.
But of course, you would have to commend yung hard work at sipag nitong mga blockers. Defense at the net and on the floor, consistent for these two squads. As Kat Santos tries to put it away. It's Makatangay again. Well, unfortunate end result for Mapua. This is the Lady Stags enjoying their set point.
And see how quick the momentum changes in volleyball. We saw Mapua leading drastically earlier, but now we see San Sebastian about to close out the set.
That's correct. That's a set point save though because of an error coming from Christine Jonicio. Ang bilis nilang makabawi dito, nahabol nila.
Yes.
Right? Ito nga, I'm referring to San Sebastian. Jonicio to Kat Santos. Let's see if she'll able to close this one out. Excellent defense by Mapua. Season. Down the line, didn't work for Kat Santos. Season. Tumarasigan. Finally, another point. And this ends our first set. You really love the attitude that San Sebastian displayed here at the onset. At isa sa mga nanguna dyan, walang iba kundi si Cristina Marasigan. She ended with a service ace and she started with a service ace and ended it with a point from the opposite. It's the Lady Stags finishing off on our first set, 25-21 second set underway when Shakeys Super League returns. first set, nag-init agad ang Mapua dito. But, you know, as this set progresses, it was the Lady Stags who displayed tremendous effort in doing that mini run.
Yes, we saw Mapua with an early lead, but we see San Sebastian charging back and taking this first set with the services of Cristina Marasigan, Kat Santos, and KJ Junicio.
That's correct. It's actually a team effort on the side of the Lady Stags. You mentioned the key players ang nag-contribute on their end. For Mapua Lady Cardinals, Makatangay Babiera did their job, but it wasn't enough.
And we can see what really set San Sebastian apart from Mapua was their 5 blocks. And these blocks came at a crucial point because we can see that their attacks, aces, and errors hindi naman talaga nagkakalayuan sa stats. But in terms of blockings, that's something Mapua will have to adjust. Starting with the lead coming from Nicole Ong in the blocking department.
That's correct. Nabanggit mo nga itong blocking. And of course, Nicole Ong doing the job for Coach Aying. But, napag-usapan din natin earlier, Mapua displaying aggressiveness sa umpisa pero nabawi iyon ng San Sebastian for the second set. What do you think the Lady Cardinals must do?
I think the Lady Cardinals should start the way they started earlier, and of course not to be complacent and to be consistent all throughout the second set in order to get this set in their hands.
That's right. At still, you can see both teams are smiling. Bakit hindi? Ang ganda ng nilalaro nila on their last game for our tournament. We will begin the second set, and this is brought to you by the Shakeys Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now.
And because of our all-to-play rule, we see a different starting 6 for Mapua. On the other hand, for San Sebastian, we see a bit of repeats from their first stringers, and this is because they only have 10 players in their lineup today.
That's right. Daphne told us that earlier. So do you think this is going to be an advantage for the Lady Stags at Kat Santos still? And right now, we saw another attacker as Ramos already on the floor.
Yes, actually, San Sebastian's bench is very talented. You have players like Carmela Ramos being able to contribute as well all throughout the Shaky Super League season.
You know, the lineup of San Sebastian right now is like the lineup na makikita natin na solid kasi nga yung diagonal ni Kat Santos, magkasabay na sila on the floor.
Yes, and I think that's an advantage for them even if they are just 10 players today. Having your original starting 6 is still a big help and a great advantage for them.
Well, we'll see if that will give justice. Pero ito, this is Janicio getting a point from the opposite. An all-around player as well. Now we see her contribute points from the middle. Pero ito, nasa kabila naman siya.
Yeah, she knows where to bring that ball. She's such a smart spiker.
Kat Santos cross court, pero nakuha yan dito ni C. Another quick attack. Esteban was able to put the ball up from the back. Error coming from De La Cruz. This is still San Sebastian leading by 2 points. Making that 3 from a service ace. Gandang contribution. Janicio already having 2 points for this set and another 2 earlier.
As you mentioned, how versatile KJ Junicio is. She is their middle blocker, yet she still manages to attack from the opposite side as well. And of course, we see back-to-back service aces coming from her.
That's right. At mas aggressive nga itong umpisa ng Lady Stags compared to the first set. Too much power with that. cutting down the lead to only 3 as Dalida will be serving for Mapua. Good first ball by Santos. Setting this one to Carmela Ramos, but that is out. It's the errors of San Sebastian giving those points to the Lady Cardinals. Sharp serve. That is an excellent defense at the net.
That was a great block coming from Manalo. Perfectly timed and dukot na dukot talaga yung kamay niya in that last play.
Walang nagawa yung quicker ng San Sebastian nung bumalik sa kanya yung bola. Another try by Ramos. She's denied. Good coverage. Setting this one on the other side. Kat Santos down the line. And yes, she will get that point.
And actually, I would watch her past games and that's one of her specialties, yung zone 1 target niya. Alam niya kung saan niya dadalhin yung bola. She doesn't really jump that high, but because of her form and how high her hand is, she knows where to bring that ball.
That's correct. Mature player at in the first 2 years with Mapua. And this is Esteban. Cheska Esteban earning a point for Mapua, and she is actually the daughter of Coach Aying Esteban. This girl has 2 volleyball players as her parents. Her mom used to play for FEU while Coach Aying played for UST. Kat Santos down the line, the second time around, another point.
As I mentioned, Kat Santos just being so consistent in targeting zone 1 and proving to be efficient and beneficial for their team, since there's no one home for the defense in the Mapua corner.
Parang basang-basa na niya yung blockers at depensa ng Mapua from those last 2 attacks.
And kanina, nababasa din siya ng mga blockers ng Mapua.
Esteban gets her second point from the opposite. We rarely see Cheska Esteban, even get a set, right? But at this time, 2 points agad ang na-contribute ni Esteban for her team. She is now serving.
That was a good serve coming from Esteban.
Kat Santos, cross-court hit is not a problem. This is now the challenge for the blockers of Mapua on how to contain those wicked attacks coming from Kat Santos. As we head on to our first technical timeout.
Gamitin mo na lang siyang
In the defensive aspect, we will not see her powerful jump serves for now, as she will be playing libero for the very first time. Admittingly, she struggles in receiving, kaya Coach Clarence wants her to use this game in gaining her confidence and losing her jitters when defending the ball. Sheila and Kayla, do you think Chini can conquer this role?
Daphne, so far, she is doing excellent guarding the defense of Mapua.
Yes, in the beginning of the match, when I saw her in a yellow uniform, I was pretty shocked because I know that she's Mapua's one of their go-to spikers as well, and seeing her a libero is actually interesting to see what she can contribute to her team.
That's correct, but an attack error was committed on the side of the Lady Stags, and another thing that I love about the players these days, and they are open. And trying different positions, diba? Nasabi mo, she's one of the top scorers for her team, pero becoming a libero is a totally different thing.
Exactly. It's such a drastic change from being somebody that jumps and being in the front line to someone who cannot attack at all for their squad.
Bihira nga makapuntos ang mga libero, pero nakakatulong siya for her team to get a point just like that. nakita mo it was Batak getting the first ball at nagawa namang iset up dito sa kanila. Kaya Sunshine Dalida getting that point. We are now tied at 8, but that service error, the first one for Mapua, will definitely give a point to the Lady Stags. This is Amakatan, also one of the defensive specialists on the side of the Lady Stags. At hindi lang siya defensive specialist, pero service specialist din as she gets her first point from the service area.
That was a great serve coming from Amakatan, and Esteban could not handle that reception.
It's Batak getting the first ball. Manarang chance for San Sebastian. Jonicio off the block. Setting this one to the open. May kasamang gigil Sunshine Dalida, not able to put that through. The back-to-back errors being committed here on the floor for the Lady Cardinals. It's the Lady Stags up here by 3, 11 serving 8. Good first ball by Batak. Manarang sending this one to Aliyah Ong. Did not find the line.
That was too long for Nicole Ong on that last play. Medyo nakailalim na rin siya sa bola.
It's the Lady Cardinals calling for timeout. Let's listen in.
Muna basa muna tayo sa nangyayari sa loob ng court. Wala mangyayari pag ganyan ginagawa natin. Gawin nyo ng paraan palagi, hindi pwedeng yung reaction nyo ay wala. Kailangan gawan nyo ng paraan yan, lalo ka na. Tapos, huwag kayong magkantay na magkamali sila, pumuntos lang tayo ng pumuntos. Trabahuin natin, pagkatrabuhan.
Kaya natin.
Hindi ka lang, hindi ka lang.
Well, coming from that timeout, but it was the assistant coach ang nanguna dun sa timeout call ng Mapua. What do you think was the reminder this time, Kayla?
For me, what coach could have reminded his girls was to minimize their attack errors and these careless errors that we're seeing right now. They're becoming 3 points to San Sebastian, and what we've been seeing lately is just all firepower coming from the San Sebastian side. They started the set out strong and they're continuing to pull away. So Mapua really has to stop the bleeding on their end.
That was a good attempt, though bad execution for Manarang. But this time, this is Dalida off the block. Santos able to save the ball. Chance again for Mapua. Manarang giving this one to Dalida. She was dug. Cross-court hit. Batak was there. Off speed, and that was just too wide.
We can see Sunshine Dalida trying to target that zone 1 corner of San Sebastian, but a bad execution on that last play.
Lady Stag slowly slipping away in the second set, 14 serving 8. Batak with the first ball. From the back, and that worked that time for Roxy de la Cruz.
That was a great back row attack coming from Roxy de la Cruz. Really finding and targeting zone 1 as well.
Coach Aing Esteban having conversation with our officials at the sideline kasi nga he wants to make a substitution, but again we have this rule that they cannot make substitutions not until the 16th point. Lady Stags again on top here. Manarang to Dalida. Good read by Kat Santos. Overset. Jonicio. She did something out of nothing, and that is a point gained on their end. Punta tayo sa second technical timeout. It's the Lady Stags. 16-9 is our count.
Live din kami sa Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and other social media sites. Guys, follow na rin Plus Network and Shaky Super League pages. Guys, did you guys know na si Sheni Batak, an outside hitter turned libero. What kind of adjustments kaya will she make? Will this improve the game of the Mapua Cardinals?
Exactly, it's crazy because Sheni Batak, like from someone who's so used to having her hands up, to like she's now digging and really diving for the ball, getting that first receive. So let's see how that's going to work out. So we'll throw it back to Kayla and Sheila.
Thank you so much. That's Tiff and Kristen, our UpLive host. And to download UpLive, type on your browser tinyurl.com/UpLiveSSL, small letters, and it will automatically bring you to Google Play or the App Store. You can also scan the QR code using your smartphones, the ones that you can see on your screens right now. Another platform where you can enjoy our games live as we head on to the next round dito sa ating torneo.
Jonicio tried to adjust to that tough set, but failed to do so as medyo malayo na rin yung set na yun, and those are the sets that are so hard to adjust.
That's correct. This is Mapua, 10 serving 16, making that 17. Giveaway agad dito sa Ladies Tags.
San Sebastian with a fairly comfortable lead as our score is now 17-10.
Good floater. Manarang. Cross court denied at the net. Good save by Batak. Chance for the Ladies Tags as Kat Santos fails. That is just too wide for Reina Vergino.
Everything just working for San Sebastian at this moment. Their attacks seem to be working. I mean, they are working, and Mapua just racking up some errors, which are 3 points to San Sebastian.
Espiritu, the setter, is back on the floor.
Great save.
What an excellent attempt right here for the girls of Coach Ayin. But that service was just too strong for them to handle. It's Jonicio getting a point. That is her third service ace. Serving 10. Setting this one to Vergino, cross court. Nakuha yan ni Jonicio. Bermilio setting this one to Ramos. That's clearly, yes, violation. This is Mapua having a difficult time trying to convert and executing their plays. Kaya naman lumalaki na ang kalamangan dito ng Ladies Tags. This part of the match, it's already 10. Espiritu, quick attack. Jonicio, Manalo was denied rather. Cross court. Nahabol niya ni Kat Santos. Chance ulit para dito sa Mapua. Running attack, drop. She was dug. Santos tried to make an adjustment.
That set was just too wide for Ramos, and Ramos being unable to adjust to that set. As we saw that it hit the antenna, which is an illegal attack in volleyball.
Coming kanina nakita natin, it was Bermilio the libero trying to set it up for Ramos. Pero pag mga ganun na libero yung magsiset, ano ba dapat adjustment as a spiker?
As a spiker, of course, you have to build that connection with your libero, and of course, she has to be knowledgeable on how high you'd want that set to be. So I think it comes with communication as well, because I used to be a libero, and it actually is it's a challenge to be able to set up your wing spikers to the right height that they want it to be.
Nung naglalaro din kami, that's also part of our practice.
Yes.
Diba, libero setting the ball to the opposite spiker. As another point is gained right here on the side of Ladies Tags. What a solid block. And this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now.
That service just visibly out for Santa Maria.
Parang nawala sa direction.
Yes.
Yung
And
kanyang atake.
it was a mishit as well on her end.
Good first ball by the Lady Stags. Solo block. Pero naibalik agad yan. Espiritu. And what an explosive approach right there coming from De La Cruz. From the back this time. Espiritu to Esteban. She was dug. Janicio once again. Long hit but effective. Courtesy of Roxy De La Cruz.
That was a great attack coming from Roxy De La Cruz. Not the strongest of hits, but just falling right on that end line.
Good placing as well for De La
Yes.
Cruz.
She also noticed that the San Sebastian defense was very moved forward, so which is why she targeted the back row.
And that's Carmela Ramos denied at the net. No coverage on the floor for the Lady Stags. Excellent timing, and this block of the set is brought to you by Peri Peri Charcoal Chicken and Sauce Bar. Order now. That time, she was dug by Manalo. Santos. She receives it and she puts it down. Kat Santos again.
As what I mentioned, time and time again, she really, kabisado na niya how much power to put in her zone 1 shots.
At saka yung angulo na yun, kanina pa niya ginagawa. That's her
Yes.
third or fourth time hitting down the line at hindi pa rin yun nakakapag-adjust on the side of Mapua. Setting this one again to Kat Santos. Batang able to read that ball. Off speed, just will work for Roxy De La Cruz.
That was a smart off-speed hit coming from De La Cruz. Seeing that there were two blockers right in front of her and decided to use their hands and go through the gap between Amakatan and Season.
Alexia Season, the setter, was not able, did not expect that kind of attack. Oh, what a dig by Esteban. Great effort by De La Cruz.
You can see Season keeps going to Kat Santos.
And finally, Nicole Ong making a noise at this part of the game.
Nicole Ong a bit quiet as well for her squad so far. But let's see if she starts to heat up in the latter part of the second set.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now.
An untimely error for
Cheska Esteban. Sending the Lady Stags to a set point. And you have Kat Santos at the service line, 24 serving 16. Nicole Ong doesn't want to end this set as of yet, getting a point from that quick attack.
And that's what's so good about Nicole Ong. Kahit bata pa lang siya, sobrang tapang na niya maglaro.
Looking at the girls of Coach Aying, she is actually the tallest
Yes.
among them. Yung responsibility niya, mabigat. But that set will be closed out by Amakatan. Ang galing ng naging atake niya dito. It's just too crafty for the girls of the Lady Stags with a drop. Looking at this replay, you see the connection, of course, of Season and Amakatan in the middle. Just over the blockers, Batak was not able to recover that together with De La Cruz. This is Lady Stags again taking over the second set, 25-17.
San Sebastian, meron ba kayong specific or particular player na sinusuportahan?
Meron po yung batchmate po namin, si Cap Bermilio po and Camiltan.
Ayan.
Santos po.
Yan, mukhang magiging inspired talaga ang ating mga Lady Stags. Parinig naman kami ng isang cheer for the Lady Stags.
Go Baste! Go Baste! Go Baste! Go, 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 go!
Ayan, medyo coordinated pa talaga. Ay, meron pa daw.
Bravo! Baste! Bravo! Baste!
Ayan, thank you so much to Energy. Once again, our Shaky super fans of the game. Back to the panel.
This Shakeys Super Fans of the Game is brought to you by Shakeys Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Diba itong mga fans na to hindi nawawala yung bilib sa kanilang mga sinusuportahan even on their last game of this tournament.
Yes, of course, and this game has been so exciting. We see San Sebastian really stepping it up compared to their last few games of this Shaky Super League.
That's correct. And yung mga nag-contribute nga dito, it's Jonicio with 3 service aces. Santos, of course, hindi na yan mawawala sa listahan natin every time. Together with Ramos and Amakatan, capping off the second set from that drop. On the side of Mapua, it's Esteban ang narinig natin dito looking at their numbers.
As we can see, what really set this set apart was San Sebastian's 3 aces and of course Mapua having to minimize their errors as they had 13 unforced errors.
And yes, that is the first point on the Lady Stags. We are on our 3rd set and this is brought to you by Shaky Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Season setting this one to Kat Santos and off the block she scores.
And see, because of the power of Kat Santos, she can do so many things. Even if there are 2 blockers that are well established in front of her, nothing can really stop her because of how powerful her hits are.
Absolutely. Kanina pa nga natin siya nakikita and she has been tremendous when it comes to her performance, defense and offense. And of course, you see Christina Marasigan this time on the opposite.
And we have to give credit to Vea Season for being able to set up her spiker so well. On my stat sheet, on my end, there are so many girls who are contributing for San Sebastian. We have Kat Santos, Christina Marasigan, KJ Dionisio, and Amakatan slowly putting in some numbers as well for her squad.
That's correct, but another error won't add to that. That's an easy point gain by Mapua. That's a long one. Ginabab right here by the Lady Cardinals.
That was too long for Tere Manalo. And a good read coming from San Sebastian.
Good first ball. Drop. And Barbiera gaining a point from that attack.
A much needed attack coming from Babs Barbiera to stop the bleeding for her team.
That's correct. This is Barbiera. Well, we didn't see her in the second set, in the previous one. Pero nakakontribute agad, and this cool play off the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. Marasigan, second time around.
We're seeing some steady performance from Tina Marasigan. Of course, she was throughout the Shaky Super League season, she's been a bit inconsistent, knowing that her team really normally would go to her. But in this game, she's just proving herself to be such an amazing player.
Not only in the front, but also from the service area. Season this time. Kat Santos. Ong setting this one to Berses. Pero nakita niya ni Marasigan. Season in the middle to Amakatan. Just too wide. Lady Stags only has 2 points advantage here on our 3rd set. This is Kabadin. Season setting this one again, this time to Kat Santos with a drop. Excellent save by Nicole Ong. Chance for the Lady Stags. Good attempt. Second time, but still failing to convert it to a point.
Yes, good intention though to Amakatan for targeting the corners of the court of Mapua. Seeing that medyo naka-forward nga ulit yung defense.
Kabadin at the service area. Kat Santos, down the line. Nandun si Verses. Nicole Ong denied at binalik niya agad. From the back, and that will work for Christine Jonicio. Kat Santos. Well, she did 3 points in the previous set. Only a point here. Versus down the line. Kat Santos not being able to put that ball up.
Another great powerful attack coming from Nats Versus. She's only a rookie actually for Mapua, being 18 years old, coming from Holy Family Academy in high school.
Well, that school also produced a lot of excellent players. Speaking of excellence, now what word would best describe that quick set to Amakatan?
Nakabawi na din si Amakatan with those 2 consecutive attack errors. Actually, she's such a talented player, filled with so much power, and I love their connection with the season, trusting her with those quick attacks.
Setting this one up, and that ball will just go straight to the hands of Nadine Verses. Jonicio apologizing to her. This is
just
a
too
powerful
much power coming from
Yes.
KJ Jonicio, even hitting the face of Nats Versus.
From all angles, that is really an excellent attack.
For NCAA Season 97 Rookie of the Year Kat Santos, aside from the learnings they earned through Shaky Super League, it's really their team bonding which was established. Last week's win against EAC was very memorable for her because aside from their first win, they were complete and they really enjoyed the game with her ates. Now let us see if Kat can be one of the major contributors here in set number 3. Now back to the panel.
Thank you for that report, Daphne. Kanina pa natin sinasabi, Kat Santos, steady, consistent, key player for the Lady Stags.
I mean, yeah, she was the Rookie of the Year last season of the NCAA, which is why a lot is expected of her for her squad.
And that time, it's Jonicio hitting that through the line. Her second point for the set. Lady Stags. Confusion right here. Dalawang players pang may hawak ng bola. Both from Mapua and San Sebastian.
But
Final
that serve will be awarded to
San Sebastian. And serving for San Sebastian, that is the setter Season. Batak with the first ball. Drop, didn't work. Marasigan, denied. Second time around, off the block. It's Manalo with the drop, pero nakita yan ni Season. Chansa! That's a good attempt, but poor execution for Kat Santos.
I think what Kat Santos was trying to do was to target the end line in the Mapua side, but she just overcooked that set over the net just too much.
That's a point given away that easily for Mapua. Season, ang lutong ng palo doon ni Jonicio.
And Jonicia now at double figures, and we're only at the third set. She's been proving to be consistent for her team and really stepping up in the absence of her other veteran spikers.
That's right, and the spike of the set is brought to you by Potato Corner, world's best flavored fries. Order now. Kabadin. We didn't hear much from her in the previous set. That's a good dig. Excellent D on the other side. At Kat Santos puts it away with a check.
There was a check on that last attack coming from Kat Santos and getting that point for her squad. Let's see if San Sebastian can start to pull away or if Mapua will start to crawl coming back and to tie the game.
Yeah, the maturity of Kat Santos dun sa last setup na yun, ang layo na niya sa net. But the goal is for the blockers of Mapua maka-check, and she was able to achieve that goal as Kabadin attempts for a drop. Unsuccessful. However, there is a net violation committed by the Lady Stags. Now, what a giveaway in that last sequence. As Manalo will be serving for Mapua. Good first ball. Season. Berses didn't make it. Season setting this one to Marasigan again. Cross court. Pero nandun si Espiritu. Chance for the Lady Stags. Kat Santos kills it from the open.
Kat Santos now at double figures for San Sebastian. Just so powerful and consistent for her squad. Look at this. Take a look at this replay and her form.
Yung approach and yung swing niya, full swing. Kaya nakikita mo talaga gusto niya patayin yung bola and get that point for her
and
team.
you can see na sobrang taas din ng kanyang siko, which is so important when you're an attacker because that form is just so important to reduce the errors that you could possibly make.
That's correct. Season chasing the ball, setting this one up to Kat Santos. Failing to put that ball over. Back-to-back points gained here by the Lady Cardinals. 10 serving 12 is our score. Making that 11 from a service ace by Babiera.
Great serve coming from Babiera, targeting that end line and falling right on that line.
Season, bibigay ulit kay Santos off the block, and again, she will get that point.
So far, we're seeing KJ Junicio and Kat Santos show on the San Sebastian side. And meanwhile, we are seeing short spurts of attacks coming from Nicole Ong and Nats Berses.
That's correct. Season chasing, setting this one up to Kat Santos. Rejected, but that ball will just go out. And just like that, the Lady Stags gained 3 points. This one, it's Kabadin, no blockers, ending that rally. It's a good opportunity for Kabadin to hit the ball kasi walang nagbabantay sa kanya in that last setup. As she is now serving for the Lady Cardinals. Good first ball by Marasigan. Season to Santos. Over the blockers. It's Berses again trying to attack. Didn't work. With a drop, pero nakita yan ng libero. Chance ulit for Mapua.
Good intention though coming from Espiritu, trying to do a no-lock 1-2 play, but that was just a bit overcooked.
That's right. Well, she miscalculated where she is in that part of the court.
Yes, because what's so hard about that 1-2 play is you have to be aware of where you are in that court and how much power to put into that 1-2 play.
That's correct. Pero as a setter, your peripheral vision kasi meron kanya para kang
they have eyes at the back of their head.
That's correct. KJ Jonicio seeing that line on the side of Mapua. And you can see how powerful her attack was as we head to our second technical timeout right here. This is the Lady Stags up with a 4-point advantage.
So we are now in mid-set. You know, we have the San Sebastian Lady Stags in the lead by 4 points. So do you guys think this is going to be a straight set win or makakabawi pa kaya ang Mapua? So guys, please don't forget to join us here on UpLive, Facebook, YouTube, plus Network, Shakeys pages, and of course our TikTok page.
But let's not forget to happy birthday to Miss Sheila.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Happy birthday! Now let's get back to the panel. Thank you for that sing and dance.
Thank you. That's Kristen and Tiffany, and of course, thank you. Plus Network 4, of course, your greeting. To download UpLive, type on your browser tinyurl.com/UpliveSSL. Small letters, one word, and it will automatically bring you to Google Play or the App Store. You can also scan the QR code using the smartphones kung gusto nyo makipag-checkahan. Kila Kristen and Tiffany, download that app, and we will also have players joining them every now and then. But meanwhile, back on the floor, this is the Lady Stags having a 5-point advantage. Berses trying to put the ball over, failed. Point will be again given to the San Sebastian Lady Stags. Punta tayo sa timeout. This is Coach Aying.
Balikan mo sila din. 16.
Yung nagawa ng paraan, hardball yung bola.
Ito pa. Ano? Libre maglaro. O, balikan mo.
3.
Okay. O, kayo gumawa ng paraan. Kayo gusto maglaro.
Back here at Rizal Memorial Coliseum, and you see faces, of course, those are reserve players for the Lady Stags and supporters as well. Third set na po tayo dito. This is our second game classification matches for today. In our first game, nanalo doon, of course, ang
San Beda in 4 sets.
That's correct. Marasigan with a good up. Jonicio with a wicked attack. You can see how the Lady Stags are enjoying as well as everyone here. Masayang nag-cover with this game as the Lady Stags on top. 19-12. De La Cruz. Powerful hit with a check. That's a point gained on the side of Mapua. So De La Cruz also did a couple of points in the previous matches or previous sets. Drop did not work. Another drop, but she is denied. I'm referring to Talida. No coverage for Mapua. That's the tandem of Amakatan, of course, and Season in front. One more time. Napatingin na lang yung mga teammates dito ni Dalida. What a good dig by Amakatan. Down the line attack will work for Jonicio.
Another great Zone 1 target coming from KJ Jonicio. Her and Kat Santos have really been targeting that area of Mapua, and until now, no adjustment on the Mapua side.
No, I like the recognition of the attackers of San Sebastian because they have Season in front. The setter of Mapua, she's the smaller blocker, so already an advantage for the attackers. Dalida won't be denied, but that is too long. So There's Dalida having a difficult time right here.
Going back as well to the last meeting of San Sebastian and Mapua in the concluded NCAA Season 97, we see that Mapua defeats San Sebastian in 5 sets. But we're now seeing the opposite, with San Sebastian about to win this match in 3 straight sets if they're able to close out this set.
That's correct. But in that last game, nandun kasi, syempre, we see Teris Manalo who did 16 points. They also had Jonina Fernandez in that previous match. So, etong team ng Mapua na nakikita natin, having some of them rookies. And on
Very rookie-laden nga ang Mapua based on the whole season as well. But most of them do not play like the rookies at all.
Well, great exchanges on the floor. Pero that rally, it will end in favor of San Sebastian Lady Stags. This is still Amakatan at the service era. 23 serving 13. Patak. Poor reception. Dalida trying to convert. Failed. This is Marasigan. And you would love that attack coming from Sunshine Dalida. Iwas na iwas sa blockers.
Sunshine Dalida not giving up yet. The game isn't over till it reaches 25. So she's really still trying to put up a fight against San Sebastian.
Nicole Ong with the serve. Permilio to Marasigan. Rejected si Dalida, pero she will try again. Nandun si Jonicio. Good dig by Nicole Ong. Season. Nalunod that time. Etong si Lumibaw.
Too high for Lumibaw and Venice Season. No connection between the two of them on that last play.
But that is, I think, the first attempt after a while of Season and Lumibaw.
Yes.
That's an excellent floater by Nicole Ong.
Great serve coming from Nicole Ong. And targeting the libero as well, which is an extra challenge since liberos are known to be the #1 receivers for any squad.
Kat Santos, nahirapan din that time. Off the block. And Season still able to put the ball up. Dalida will try. Jonicia dug up by Nicole Ong. Dalida, and what an attack coming from Sunshine Dalida.
That was such a smart attack coming from Sunshine Dalida. Nothing fancy, not much power in that hit, but seeing na nakapasok na si Jonicio to defend, she was able to target zone 4.
That's correct. Timeout is being called right here, 23-13. 23-17 rather.
Saan natin sa receive? Lahat naman ng pinatay natin, magaganda yung receive natin eh. Huwag tayong umasa dun sa papaluin lang ng open.
Saka sa out, pag-alanganin.
Kahit malakas yung open natin, pag dalawa yung bumablock dun, nahihirapan tayo.
Dalawa
Kailangan
na lang,
makapakagat natin yung gitna nila.
Yes, coach. Hey, SSC! Coach!
Yes, back on the floor right here. Multitasking nga din ang ginagawa ng ating mga players. On both ends, we have Mapua Lady Cardinals and San Sebastian Lady Stags. Third set na po tayo. Second match of our classification day. Kat Santos not minding the barriers. I'd like to commend her effort right there. But that is the second service ace
And I think
by Nicole Ong.
that was a timely timeout called by the coach of San Sebastian. Seeing that medyo na-stuck na rin yung San Sebastian at 23.
Pero Jonicio won't be stuck up. And that last attack, that is really a creative move from her end. Ang lumalapit sa blockers and she recognizes that yung area at the back of the blockers is just too big. Short. Dalida able to put the ball over. Janisho will be dug. Dalida again, and yes, she is successful from that attack.
Mapua will have to play perfect volleyball from this time and out to continue this match.
This cool play of the set is brought to you by R&B Milk Tea. Order now. It's a remarkable performance here by Dalida. And Mapua trying to recover. Good dig right here. Chance for the Lady Stags. Tina Marasigan will not be denied. And that finally wrapping up our match for the second game. It's again Christina Marasigan putting an end in that rally and finally, being successful with her attacks against the Mapua Lady Cardinals.
Yes, we see quality volleyball in today's match as expected. Contributions from various players, not just the usual Kat Santos, but we see contributions really from a lot of San Sebastian spikers.
Third set score, 25-19. It's the Lady Stags becoming successful for this match. Back here at the Shakeys Super League second match, it's the San Sebastian College of Recolectas dominating this game against Mapua University. And syempre, we have our MVP of the match brought to you by Shakeys Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. Sino ba itong napili natin, Kayla?
And for MVP of this match, I chose KJ Janisho. She was consistent all throughout the match, variating her hits and of course her powerful zone 1 attacks. She was also a force on that service line. She had a couple of aces and just overall such a consistent player for her team.
That's correct. And speaking of course, our MVP, kasama na nga yan, ni Daphne Cristobal.
Here with me is our MVP of the match, KJ Janisho. Congratulations, KJ.
Thank you po.
Ayan, coming to this game, alam naman natin na maraming wala sa inyo, teammates mo, pati na rin si Coach Roger. So, saan mo kinuha yung confidence in playing today's game?
Kami lang din po. Sabi nga po ni Coach, ito na nga po kami. Kami na lang po yung pupunta sa pataas po. Sa'yo na po.
Yan, nag-pay off naman yung pagtutulungan nyo as a team. So, ano naman masasabi mo or ano naman yung learnings mo in your journey dito sa Shakeys Super League?
Sobrang dami pong mga experiences. Sana po ma-apply din po namin yun every game na darating po sa amin.
Baka naman may gusto kang pasalamatan or batiin.
Thank you po sa lahat po na sumusuporta po sa SSCR. Thank you po sa lahat po ng mga fans. And thank you po, maraming salamat po. Hello po sa taga-Bataan dyan. Hello po. Sila Mama, Papa, JM, hello.
Ayan, pa-pizza ka naman. Congratulations, KJ. Of course, you'll be receiving some gifts from Shakeys. Once again, our MVP of the match. Back to the panel.
Thank you, Daphne, of course, and Jeannie Mondejar. And congratulations to our MVP of the match, KJ Janisho and the San Sebastian Lady Stags. Now, let's look at the highlights of what happened in this match. Both teams came in prepared. It's Mapua's performing remarkably, of course, at the onset. Pero nabawi yan dito ng San Sebastian.
Yes, San Sebastian really proving to be the more dominating team. And I think kahit kulang nga sila sa lineup nila and kahit wala si Coach Roger Garayeb, it turned out to be an advantage for them. by being able to utilize their first stringers all throughout the match.
That's correct. You know, natatandaan mo yung they made a mini run. It was weathering the storm against Mapua, of course. Exceptional display of attacks on defense and offense as well. We have a couple of girls led by Jonisho, of course, Santos, and Amakatan as well. Kaya naman ito ang naging mahirap on the side of Mapua, although we saw a couple of contributions on the side led by Nicole Ong and Sunshine Valida. Still, they came up short in the second set. Last on the third set, Kat Santos displaying prowess as usual.
Yes, we also saw KJ Jonisho, Kat Santos, and Christina Marasigan closing out this third set and capturing their second win in the Shaky Super League. And of course, ending the tournament on a high note.
We commend everyone on the side of San Sebastian, lalo na undermanned na nga sila, wala pa si Coach Roger, but still, hindi nila binigo yung kanilang mga fans na nagpunta dito to witness their last game and getting their second win of our tournament. 25-21, 25-17, 25-19. It's the Lady Stags dominating this game against Mapua University and finally getting their second win in our tournament. Looking at the stats,
and as we can see, San Sebastian really dominating the attacking department. 37 attacks compared to Mapua's 27. And as well as the blocking department with 7 blocks to San Sebastian and only 3 to Mapua.
Well, of course, we would like to commend definitely the remarkable performance of the setters and liberos. Batak, I remember, of course, being transition to a libero, diba? And you have the setters, the playmakers swinging, of course, and running their tools effectively. You can see right here, this is, again, one game. Congratulations to both teams and to the Lady Stags. Up next, this is the College of San Juan de Letran going up against JRU. Kaya naman, dyan lang kayo dahil this is another exciting match on behalf of my partner, of course, Kayla Reyes, and our courtside reporter, Daphne Cristobal, and everyone on the production of a Plus Network. This is Sheila Salaysay, and thank you for watching the Shaky Super League.
Yeah.